Hello, and thank you for tuning in to my first video in a series of videos that I'm going to bring to you for people who are struggling maybe with religion, spirituality, and their beliefs. This is video number 1, which is Who is God? Well, many of you think that you know who God is or who you've been told that God is. You know, they say God is a God of wrath, a God of war, and, all these things. And, they say God punishes you when you do wrong, that when you're doing wrong, God turns his back on you. None of these are my God at all. God is as simple as something that they told you when you were 2 years old. One of the very first things that they told you. And what's that? That God is love. And love is God. How could something so simple be so profound? And it's because of this simplicity that makes it so profound. God is a God of love. Love is God. You see people walking around all the time with bad attitudes and, they're mad at the world, they're angry, they treat people wrong. And all of these things are because they are missing that God in their life. They're missing that love in their life. Growing up, they probably missed out on some nurturing, some hugs. Someone didn't show them the love that they felt that they needed. And so they're angry, they're hurt. And these angry, hurt people, they hurt other people. When you have God in your life and you have that love in your heart and you have that love for yourself and others, it shows. People are Baptist or they're Protestant or they're Catholic or they're Muslim, but none of these titles or labels matter when it comes down to God and doing God's will. So if God is love and love is God, then what is God's will? It's as simple as that. God's will is to love one another, to love yourself, to love the plants and animals, and to love this earth that God has blessed us with. And when you don't act out of love, that's when things happen. When you do not act out of love, you allow for bad things or harmful things or whatever harmful people to come to play in your life. So if you're always acting out of love and from a place from love, then you are doing God's will. They say that everyone on earth will have a chance to know God. So what about people who live in villages that are away from so-called civilization? What about these people? They have no access to a Bible, a Quran, a Watchman. They have no understanding of who Jesus is or, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. They don't know anything about these people. But what about plants and animals? God put those things here too, and they're living creatures. Shouldn't they have some type of connection to God as well? I think so. And what is one way that connects all of these people, all of these things together? God. Love. God is love and love is God. I want you to keep that in mind. It's that simple. You know, a plant and an animal can understand love. When you say a plant can understand love, it may not have a brain per se and be able to think thoughts like how we do, but if you take a sick and wilting plant and you love that plant and you care for it and you water it and you give it the minerals and the nutrients that it needs, that plant will flourish. The same thing with the animal. If you find an animal that is sick and weak, if it's hurt, you can love that animal to health. You can take that animal and care for it and clean its wounds. And that animal understands that love. And that animal will love you. If you've ever seen these rescued dogs, 9 times out of 10, they're the ones that are saving their masters because they themselves have been saved. They've been showed love. And now that they know what that love is, they're able to return that. So these people out in the wilderness, one thing they can understand is love. And when you act out of love, things are going to go right. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. They try to put all these rules and regulations and, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to say this, you can't do that, you can't wear this, you can't wear that. When God created us, He did not create us with these set of rules. God gave us free will and love. And we are here to grow in knowledge and to give love. That is our purpose. Our purpose is to grow into the people who God intended for us to be. We are here to use our gifts and our talents to help others, to help those around us. So, if you ever want to know what is God's will, there it is. When you love someone and you truly care about them, you won't kill them because you try to understand where they're coming from. You don't lie to them, you don't hurt them when you truly love someone. When you truly love yourself, you don't down yourself or do behaviors or habits that could cause harm to you or that could lower your health. You don't do those things when you love yourself. And that's God. When you do things out of love, they work out good in the end. When you have ill intentions and you set out to do something, even if it works out how you wanted it to initially, later down the line, things fall apart. And then you're wondering why. Because you didn't go into it with the right intentions. You didn't go into it with the right heart. You didn't enter into it with love. So things aren't going to last and they're going to fall apart. But when you do things out of love, slowly but surely it may happen, but it will be a lasting effect. So, as I sign off on this video, I just want to send out lots of love to everyone. And I thank you. And I appreciate you watching. And I hope you will watch video number 2 in my series. Thank you. Have a blessed day.